What's up, YouTube world? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a couple of weeks since I last posted a vlog. What can you expect from today's episode? This episode is a week in the life of how I train and how I stay consistent. This word gets thrown around a lot at the moment, especially on social media, but as a hybrid athlete. I hope you enjoy this video. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments section about any of the workouts. Let's get into this video, so let's chit chat. Starting with Monday, let's head to the gym.
Dead to me, R.I.P. buried. 무리들이 몰려온다 사죄해라 미리. Dead to me, R.I.P. buried. 무릎 꿇고 고개 숙여 반성해라 피리. 왜 이래요? 잘못 오셨네요. 상관없는 자에게는 묻지 마세요. 성격 끝이 쉽고 and I live to tell the tale. 못이 박히게 얘기했지만 coffin and a nail. Bury so deep in your excrete. 누구 탓해? 다 네가 한 짓. I've been mute, I've been discreet. 알만한 사람 다 알아 나 in these streets. 시끌벅적 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 동네 시끄럽네요. 시끌벅적 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 하나 사람 많네.
This is easily the most fatigued I've ever been post-workout. So really, I don't know why I've got Strava open. It's just about getting it done and not really worrying about the time and just reminding my body what it feels like to run under such fatigue. 5:43 pace. First couple of splits were a little quicker, but I just know that I would have never maintained that for 5k. So, change of tactics, just get it done and don't worry about the time. Because that was a big workout. 35 minutes of power cleans, wall walks and bar muscle ups, and then 1 rep max squat clean, which my 1 rep max is 125, but I only got 110 today. I don't know. Still trying to remember to enjoy the process. And be grateful. Because look at that. Although it's overcast. Ignore them. There we go. Very blessed.
Stopping run.
I don't know what it is about training under fatigue, but if you want a mental battle, run after you've worked out. Your body just keeps telling you, stop. Later down the line though, my legs will thank me for it.
Always hit up a creatine after a heavy workout, especially heavy lifting. Seems that, based on a podcast that I watched today, that creatine doesn't really have that much of an impact on endurance sports like cycling or running, but it can benefit like the first sort of sprint. So if you were a sprinter, the first couple of 100 yards or 100 meters, 500 meters, if you were in like a bike race or whatever, you probably will have more power because you've got a little bit more strength. but the benefits obviously of long distance endurance, you probably won't get anything from it. So I do still take it every day because still doing a lot of strength training, a lot of weightlifting, so it hopefully helps recover my muscles quicker and give me a little bit more strength on those numbers. Because today we had a max squat clean and my max is like 125, and I only managed 110 today and failed 120 3 times. So just shows that if you're not training those movements regularly, and you're sort of not in a structured program to hit every movement as many times as possible in such a short space of time, then you will lose a little bit of strength here and there. But hey ho, it is what it is. Can't change anything, so I will do my best tomorrow when I hit the gym as well. But for now, I'm happy with Monday's workout. Managed to get in a run as well, so that is good for my legs, because if I want to try and average that 5k race pace, then I need to be doing it under fatigue as much as possible. So then when I hit it fresh, it just feels a lot easier. But that is Monday out of the way. This vlog is going to be a week in a life of building up more and more towards that goal of triathlon. All this running under fatigue is really good for high rocks based workouts, where a lot of your running is just all under fatigue. Today was really about just getting as much in as I could, get at work all day and not getting back until sort of 6 p.m. Had to do food shopping and then straight to the gym for a 6:45 class, and I really wanted to run today. I wanted to get 6k, that would have been if I was fresh, so I was quite happy with hitting 4k under, I would say, high fatigue. And I think running under fatigue, I recommend anybody just to do that, because mentally you will be stronger, like 100%. You will be able to push through things a lot more, and you just swallow your ego. Like for the first couple of k, it felt really good because obviously my body was quite warm, and I think I was at, one of them was sub 5 minutes and then the other one was just at 5 minutes. Your head is just saying, just stop, you've worked out too much, you know, have a little rest, blah blah blah, but just keep going step by step and push it as hard as you can, because those little thoughts will slowly disappear and then you'll know that you're capable of doing it. How does that sit there? Not very well. Let's put it here. So, what have we got planned for today? I have one issue, and that is that I've never ran 10k plus at a 5-minute k pace. That is the plan today. At 5-minute Ks, or thereabouts, I'll give myself leeway of maybe a little bit of a warm-up, so maybe like a 5:30, 5:40, and then have a more consistent pace at 5-minute Ks. And because I want to try the new Strava AI route plan, the idea is to do that twice. So a 10k loop twice. To be honest, I don't really have a clue on how I'm going to survive 20k at 5-minute Ks. It's not that I don't think that I'm capable of doing it. I just know that it's going to be a very big mental game. Like my run last night was a fatigue run, and that was just 4k. And the mental battle that I was going through with my thoughts, my body was just saying stop, slow down. So today, a loop of 20k, I know that I'm going to be in the pain cave. I know that I'm going to suffer. I know that it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be a big mental battle, but those are the areas that if you put yourself in those uncomfortable positions, you know that you will grow. and the weather is just perfect. It is 10 to 7 in the evening, so I probably won't be finished until about 8 p.m. I may be starting in the sun and ending in the dark. Just had a quick my protein, Endless Neurotopic. So it's a bit of a pre-workout. It's not really too much. So yeah, it's more like mental performance. So just to keep me in the zone, hopefully not distract my brain too much. As I'm doing a 10K loop around my house, I can just come back, have a bottle and 2 bananas to get out again for the next 10K. So I'm a little bit anxious because, to be honest, I've only really ran in 5K segments or just over. I'm curious to see how my body adapts to this run this evening. So I'm going to use the new Strava AI to loop the route, but it's all pretty straightforward. You just go on the map section, try and do it like this, and then you change what you want to do to run. You go for length, set that to 10K, and then you can change like the elevation if you need to, or your surface. You can have any paved or dirt, so you can have a mix. I'm going to go for a mix, and then you can change your difficulty level as well, so that will probably change your elevation. So if I go easy, 10K, did I do 10K? No. 10K, apply, just gives you the old little loading sign, and there you go. It's actually given me a couple of suggestions. So I've got one for 54 minutes, which is 8.8K. Next one is 9.9K, which is 59 minutes, and then there's actually a few more on there as well. So looks like there's some training plans on there. I'll go for this 9.92, so you can see the loop. You can also save them as well if you need to, which is good. And then starting, pretty easy. It does also call for the playlist again. It's still Cadence playlist. Save that playlist, link will be in the description for your zone 2 running, chill pace, and yeah, got some good bangers on there, but I'm still trying to add some more stuff as and where I can. Let's get it.
I got my bounce back. Yeah, back on my feet, I'm a new man. Last week kinda felt like a crash landing.
Halfway. This breeze from the front is absolutely lovely, and this is actually where they do the park run on a Saturday, up and down here. Look at that, stunning. And I will just quickly pause. Whoops, not about the pace anyway, but oh well. Anyway, there's a little shoot going on down there. Looks like maybe she's in a wedding dress, but fun fact, around there somewhere is where I proposed to Emily. We travelled the world together and visited beaches all over the world, and decided that beaches were by far the place that we loved the most out of everywhere that we've been. I want to spend the rest of my life with her, so where else would I want to propose than the beach? So it wasn't quite 30 degrees. In fact, I recorded it and I forgot to press record. So I proposed to her and I didn't catch it on camera. So we had to fake it for the video and the photos. But
Times and places are all in who you share them with, and it's life, and the point is enjoying
first sample of the St. Virgo base layer. I've never ran in just a base layer and half tights, so I guess maybe like a bit body conscious, but everybody has it, I guess. Not being big enough, not being muscly enough, whatever, but it is what it is. You just gotta accept who you are and embrace it. Always Pure Sport run socks, and then, as always, works on feet.
I got my bounce back. Yeah. I got my bounce back. Rubber band, baby, I'm a band, I don't break. Walk through the night, no sight, just faith. Been trying to keep my heart and my head on straight, but if I'm looking up, I know that I'm safe. Yeah, I got time on my hands, but no time to waste. I got dreams and some plans and some things to say. Got another second chance and I'm here to stay. Oh, I'm here to stay. Life might be a road.
10k, 56 minutes, and average pace 5:39, which is below where I wanted it to be, but it was a grind, so I'm happy that I managed to finish it and get it done. And I'm on the phone to my mum, so if you're watching this YouTube as well, mum, hi mum, hi mum.
Feeling like a boomerang, gonna bounce back.
So not a bad swim, to be honest. Hopefully there's not too much water in this camera. But that pool was really nice. 30 meters and yeah, really nice sunset. It's just literally on the Broads. So yeah, a couple of feet away from the Broads. There were some boats going by. There's a mozzie in the car. And yeah, really pretty sunset actually. Nothing too crazy. Let's tell you what I've done. 40-minute swim, which is a little bit longer than I thought I was going to get, so that's quite nice. And yeah, nice just to test a few techniques. Like I was sort of trying, just sort of grab the water and push myself back, and just concentrating on maybe I guess like a bit more shoulder based of a swim, and yeah, not kicking so much and really jacking my heart rate, because I do notice that actually that when I'm swimming fast I'm kicking my legs quite a lot. And I think that even if you're like a great swimmer or a top swimmer, then that's still going to jack your heart rate no matter how good a swimmer you are. You just can't help that from happening. So I really want to utilize just pushing that water back and generating as much speed forward as possible. Hello and welcome back. Today is probably going to be a bit more strength related, strength based workouts, a bit more high roxy and CrossFit. So on the cards today is we've got every 2.5 minutes times 16, so 4 rounds, 30 calorie echo bike, 3 rounds of Cindy, a 2-lap run which is about 500 meters, and then 2 rounds of Macho Man at 85 or 60 kilos, which I will probably, to be honest, only do 60 kilos. But yeah, Cindy obviously 5, 10, 15, 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats, and then Macho Man is 3 power cleans, 3 front squats, and then 3 push jerks. So yeah, nice strength-based workout. And then this weekend, planning on a long ride tomorrow. Well, relatively long, about 1.5 hours from where I live to Southwold, and then stop there for a snack and a drink and a coffee, and then 1.5 hours back. So be looking at about 60 70 k's, but I've done 40k in one hit already, so I don't see that being any issue as long as I feel right. And yeah, and then the journey back. So I'm looking to try and get on the road fairly early, because again, tomorrow is set to be another warm day.
Gotta give it away, give it away, give it away to the ones you love. It feels like sunshine the way that it warms up my cold heart. Sweet as sugar and a light that leads you through the dark. A friend to pick you up in brokenness and pain. Lord, let your love and kindness fall on us like rain. Affection, honey, healing magic, goodness from above. Affection, we gotta give it away, give it away, give it away to the ones you love. This gift freely, tender devotion to the weak, the poor, the tired, the needy. A helping hand, you know that you can always trust. Lord, let your love